Jem here, and I've jumped inside the pull bag to discover the stories in my own comic, Jem and the Holograms, from IDW Publishing. Listen in as Mike, Amy, and Nicole give their thoughts on the latest issue, who are all going to have a truly outrageous time inside the pull bag.
This is Britta Phillips, the singing voice of Jem, and you're listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
Me and my friends are Jem girls. Jem, Jem is my name. Exciting adventure, fashion, and fame. Once you're a Jem girl, you never the same. Come on and be a Jem girl. Jem, Jem is my name. Me and my friends are Jem girls. Jem, Jem is my name. Truly outrageous, that's a Jem girl. Glamour, fashion, and fame. Exciting adventure, fashion, and fame. Once you're a Jem girl, you never the same. Come on and be a Jem girl. Jem, Jem is my name.
Hello and welcome to The Pull Bag. This is Back Issue Classics episode 51. I am, of course, your host, TFG1Mike, and we have a really weird trifecta here today. Not weird in the normal sense, but weird in how it's being recorded, because Nicole is stuck out in Utah.
Yeah, hi. I didn't get an invite to the party.
Well, so you say. And Aimee, aka LadyWreck, is sitting here in my living room at my desk.
Boo!
You've kidnapped her, haven't you?
No.
Totally.
Your obsession's grown that you kidnapped her.
Put over here right now. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna review this comic. Get your butt over here right now.
Yeah, she kept
You have to
asking
be
me.
here.
She kept asking me, "Can I just do this from my vacation rental room?" I'm like, "No, the whole point of you coming here was to do it this way."
Yeah. I'm just made of money, right?
Oh. Don't eat. Okay, so we're here to talk about.
No comment.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna go
okay.
there. Yeah, Okay, so.
You can't handle
God,
it.
I can't. Yeah, it's a good thing you're not here, Nicole, because I'd probably end up going crazy and hitting both of you with a mat.
Oh no! Oh, because
She'd be on one side, I'd be on the other.
because Amy, Heather, and I've been together a couple times. You know, you couldn't handle it. I'm sorry.
Just so scary. All right,
He
so
would be running the show.
yes,
He would be sitting in
pretty
the corner.
much.
Just
Yeah,
like,
pretty
No,
much.
the best is when we accidentally had a meeting up with the three of us.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was real. Okay, because Amy was with me at Comic-Con here in Salt Lake. And then we went to the Transformers panel. All of a sudden, this girl sits right in front of us. And both me and Amy were like, is that Heather? Heather didn't even bother to look at us.
Until afterwards, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Hey,
tapped her on the
hey,
shoulder.
hey.
It was great.
And of course, we start freaking out when the panel's going on.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
And they were like, what is going on? Yeah, we're here to keep you guys straight about more than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of schooled him in old G1 cartoon, man. They didn't know what the episode was where Optimus Prime comes back after he was dead.
That would be the return of Optimus Prime. I mean,
Yeah.
how on the nose do you need to be? I mean, come on.
Yeah, and oh yeah, no, what was it? Which one was it? No, it wasn't that. They were talking about Dark Awakening, and they
Dark
couldn't.
Awakening?
And they
Dark-
couldn't.
oh,
They,
Dark Away-
yeah.
That's I don't. Okay, yeah, he did kind of come back to life, but he was under the Quintessence influence, and
That's why it was
he,
a Dark
he,
Awakening.
he ended up being a zombie. Probably the only zombie I ever cared about was Optimus Prime.
See, Transformers was doing zombies before it was cool.
That's right. To hell with you, The Walking Dead.
Oh no
Um,
no.
Yeah,
Don't you
yeah,
say that
yeah.
about my Walking Dead.
No.
You can't say that about Daryl.
Yeah.
I can say that about the show if I want to.
No, you can't.
All
Not my
You
right.
ain't watching it, so I can say
Yeah,
who
so
Daryl is.
I know who Daryl is,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know any of the plot lines. Walking Dead. Ugh. All right, so we are here actually not to talk about Transformers
Or The Walking Dead.
or The Walking Dead. We're here to talk about Jem and the Holograms, and this is going to be our Dark Gem Part 1, where we talk about Talk about issues 11 through 13, which is the first 3 issues of the arc.
You have to say it right. It's like, the Dark Gem.
Yeah, well, this is the only voice I can really come up with.
No.
Sounds like you're taking a poo.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like I'm a frog.
No, you're taking a poo.
Shut up. Okay, so Dark Gem, we have 3 covers.
More than 3.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Oh, well,
1, 2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 covers.
Yeah. Zoom in on those.
Each one of the.
Because
Each
I
one
don't.
of the.
Okay, so yeah, there's actually 7 total covers because this was the 3rd box set for issue number 11. Amy, pick a cover.
Oh, I have to pick a cover. You know what? They're all lovely in their own right.
Yeah.
Because they feature each one of the characters.
The holograms, yep.
But you know what? I think I really like the Dark Gem look,
Mhm.
but I really am digging the what is it? They called it.
It's a subscription cover or the giant robot exclusive?
Yeah, the giant robot exclusive where it's the
Misfits, huh?
The Misfits, yeah, because it's very classic Misfits. It's what you expect to see, like in the old shows. But they kind of, because Jetta's hair is not Jetta's hair from the show. It's Jetta's hair in the comic.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's the cast. It's Pizzazz, it's Stormer, it's Roxy, and then Jetta's the only one that looks like more like she is in the comics than the show. And it's brilliant. I thought I loved it.
Well,
and I was like, I like the other stuff, but just seeing this is like the first, I think, cover that they've really had that I really like the Misfits in it. It's the classic Misfit look. So I'm gonna pick that one.
For me, it's the sub cover. It's the gem cover. Yeah. That one.
The one with the group with the Dark Gem group. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one's brilliant. I love that too. But I just had to call out for the Misfits one because it's always good. It's always a good day when you see the classic Misfits.
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Nicole?
Well, I have the Shauna cover, but I gotta go with the Jen Bartel one like you did. I like the whole group, and you can see all their different looks together. I do love the individual covers, but I just like that whole group look right there.
Yeah. The individual covers. The individual. Stop hulking out already, damn it.
The Aja one's really getting to me.
So, the individual covers are all great. I like the overall box set cover, which is just it's the main issue number 11 cover with a bunch of black stuff on it around. Yeah, but yeah, that sub cover is just too good. So for the creative on this arc, we've got Kelly Thompson on writing, art. Sophie Campbell returns on art. Stories done by Thompson and Campbell as well. Colors by M. Victoria Roboto. Letters by Sean Lee, and edits by
Roboto.
Whatever. I don't know. If she would actually reply to us on Twitter and tell us, we would, get it right. What I think is really cool is what they did with I don't know if this was Sophie's doing or if it was John had something to do with it, but on that title page, the images inside the stars.
Yeah, it's pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
Synergy looks like an alien, and it kind of creeps me out.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy.
But because, well, that's like one thing that'll freak me out is alien stuff. Really. Yeah. I'll have to tell you a story off the air about what happened one night. Oh my gosh.
It's the time that Nicole got abducted by aliens.
No, I was watching the horrible movie Jupiter Ascending. I might as well just say it. We were watching it in 3D, and they got these freaky little aliens in there. For some reason, aliens just creep me out. Like, okay, and something landed in my lap the same moment that one of the aliens was coming like off the screen, and I swear that thing landed in my lap, and I jumped. I stood up in the theater and I jumped bloody murder. I mean, I was just like screaming. My friends were like, "What the hell just happened?"
What?
A bunch of combination of errors, and I was just like freaking out. I thought an alien attacked me.
So what was it that landed in your lap?
It was just someone spilled their popcorn on me.
Oh.
It's alive! It's alive!
Oh, God.
But it
That reminds me
was,
of the time.
it was the timing. It was the timing. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That
Also-
reminds me of the time when my little brother, when we went to Carlsbad Caverns and we went to the bat show where the bats were coming out of the cave.
Mhm.
He had just bought a toy bat
Uh,
from the toy shop, and as soon as the bats started coming out, he dropped it in my mom's lap, and she did exactly the same thing and screamed bloody murder. And then, of course, it made other people who were like little, nervous about the bats coming out of the cave. They started freaking out too. So it would turn into this big thing. And then she turned and went, "Kyle, stop!" It was great. It's awesome. But yeah.
Yeah, all I can think of Nicole with aliens now, all I can think of is she's the modern day Russell T. Case from Independence Day. Eagle 20, Fox 2, it's jammed! All right, so we have the previously page, which is essentially catching everybody up on Shayna meeting Tony, Rio having a fight with his boss about breaking the story about pizzazz and all that in the hospital, and then we end on all of them sleeping and Kimber and Synergy having a little heart-to-heart.
Good night, Kimber.
Yeah, that's the last nice image we're going to see of Synergy.
Yeah. Just for a little bit. Yeah.
We start this one off with some really, really weird music. And it's Jerica and the Holograms. They're listening to the Starlight Girls, which I think it's great how Kelly has picked them, has basically plucked them from the cartoon into this. I thought that was a really, really cool thing. What did you think, Amy?
I was pretty glad. I mean, it's good to see the girls, and I like the fact that they're kind of like, hey, we're a little bit more mature band, and we're listening to the younger band, or giving them tips and stuff like that, and and this is just one part. I mean, like through the next 2 issues, we actually see them again, and so we get a chance to kind of see a little bit of a progression here. But it's cool to see what they're doing with them. I was pretty happy with it.
What about you, Nicole?
well, I kind of like it because because we've been focusing on the band, but you gotta remember they are in charge of these girls, so it's kind of nice to see them, back in their mode of trying to be foster parents as well. So I really do like that they've brought the girls back, so you don't forget that they actually have another job besides being in a band. So
True. I love Chrissy and Ashley. Chrissy, you're gonna be wearing this guitar in a minute.
Well, that's another thing that was really cool is there's so much variation between each of the girls. They have so much, like the personality is like totally there. They're all unique, and they're all different looking. Their hair is different. They're some are skinny, some are big, some are tall, some are short.
Yeah.
Ashley looks like a scrawny little kid. It's just, with attitude. I mean, they're all so unique.
Yeah. And Jerica is trying to get them to not blame each other.
They're being kids. They're typical kids. Stop
Yeah.
doing that. You should have done that. I did not. Yeah.
Amy knows about that.
Yeah.
So
Sage advice from Aja.
yeah.
Soar together and fall together, guys.
Yep. It's so weird seeing her that calm. It's really weird seeing Aja with her eyes closed and basically spouting off, feats of wisdom here. It's just because we all know that's not talk about being possessed by something.
She'd be a laid back parent.
I
think
don't
she
know. She's too crazy. to be a laid-back
I know,
parent.
she's crazy. She'd be like, no, experiment. It's all right. Do it. What's it gonna hurt? Just don't come back and tell me. Oh,
Yep.
you should have told me to do that. It's like, your choice, man.
So we get a really cool shot of the Starlight Girls all together in one panel, and then it cuts to Jerica, and they're basically telling the girls that them playing and practicing it's going to take time.
Of course. And turning on each other will get you nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much. So we then cut to the Misfits, and Jetta basically is calling dibs on the cat if Pizzazz dies. Just so wrong.
It was definitely wrong. And she was like, I didn't mean but I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Like, and then Pizzazz, you're up. Oh, hey, we don't want you dead, really.
Is it just me, or is she wearing fortune cookie pajamas?
No, it's their kitty cats. They're kitty cats.
Oh, okay. For a second there, the one on her left shoulder on the front, where it looks like a fortune cookie to me.
You need glasses. You need glasses.
Apparently. I'm old, I know. Boy. So, Pizzazz is up, and they're
Basically, what's happening is the ladies are
taking care of
getting
her.
ready to leave for the day, and
Yeah.
they're leaving to all go to the same place, and they're trying to be inconspicuous about it so that Pizzazz doesn't get all like really upset, and she tries to micromanage them about the cat, and I was like, yeah.
Yep.
I love this line though. Watch some classic films.
Already you savages.
Yeah, that's really good. I love that.
It's just so weird to see Pizzazz so
mild.
Yeah.
But you could tell, like with the bags underneath her eyes and everything, she looks like, go back to bed. You look sick.
Yeah.
You look like you're still not feeling good. So, and then they're like, oh no, we gotta take off, but not together. But they are taking off together. So it's like, hey, somebody's got a guilty conscience.
Is it just me, or does the cat look like TC, that darn cat? Like, seriously. It does remind me of that cat from the movie.
It's a Siamese, yeah.
Yeah. So they're all driving away, and they feel awful.
Yeah, because they're leaving Pizzazz because she's not her best yet. She's not ready to be singing yet, and they're going off to basically
Audition new people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. They don't tell her that though.
So we get back to the holograms here, and
Let's have a party.
yeah.
Jericho's like, no.
I was just like, I blame the heat. It's ridiculous. Freaking January. How is it this hot? God.
And of course, whose idea is it for the party?
Kimber.
Of course. She wants to have the party, but she doesn't want to have the responsibility of it.
Yeah. But that's the only caveat that Jericho agrees to is like, fine, you guys want to have a party? You can have a party, but I am not going to do anything. You guys have to do it all. And Aja, they give her this look when they're trying to convince her. Aja's look is the best. It's like mean face. It's like the face I expect Tori to give like often in pictures. She's like, you know.
Yeah, it's like a half a frown, half a
Mean face.
Yeah,
mean,
pretty much.
sad, you will do what I say face.
Yeah. Kimber's face is more like, please, 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 I need this, and Shayna's just excited. Because she probably wants to invite Tony, obviously.
Yeah.
And only if I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So they're going to do all the party planning, and she's not, talk about a mean face.
No.
She doesn't look like she's too happy about this.
Shayna's got the cheesy face.
No, Jerica.
I know, I'm just saying, you know.
Hey, you didn't wear your earrings on the concert, did you?
I didn't, I'm sorry.
Oh, well. Anyway.
It was too cold.
Sidetracking. And of course, Kimber's like, oh, can Stormer come?
Of course.
No, absolutely not. So Stormer is against them replacing Pizzazz, because this is essentially what they're going to end up doing.
Yeah, at least for a little while.
And the record producer lady is like, you have no
Elise.
choice. Yeah, Elise, you have no choice whatsoever.
You'll be in breach of contract.
Yep, pretty much. And none of the and see this goes back to the show actually. She says unless one of you can handle the lead vocals. This goes back to the cartoon where each of them has their strengths and weaknesses, and none of them have the vocals like Pizzazz has.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I just made a Jazz Has joke without even realizing it. Holy crap! So they start auditioning people.
And there's one that looks like Fluttershy.
That's true.
Look at
The
the
first
one.
one, you mean?
No, the second to the bottom. Look at her.
Okay.
She looks like a human version.
Oh
of
yeah, on the
Fluttershy.
next page. Yeah, you have to get a guided view to see it.
Yeah.
That one right there. Right
Oh
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. Well, it
She
doesn't.
just looks so happy. She's got a very sing-songy voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
They're auditioning,
yeah, they're auditioning
Sad.
people.
and they're not all great.
No, not at all. It's a funny scene though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then we get back to the holograms and
Trying
ju-
to clean up the pool.
yeah, they look more like they're jousting than anything else. I mean,
They're goofing off.
yeah.
And of course, since they're goofing off, Kimber gets distracted with the text, and somebody gets whacked in the back of the head.
Spinning pool skimmer move of death.
I love that. I love that.
That's awesome.
Whack!
Right in the
Yeah.
back of the head.
That's something I might do.
But in all fairness, Kimber kind of deserves it. She knows better than to. She's known Aja how long? You don't turn your back on that girl.
She has the ooh shiny syndrome.
Don't we all?
Yes, but more than that, and it's more ooh shiny text. You know,
Yeah.
you can't help
You and that damn phone, you cannot do athletic things with me and not pay attention. I'm extremely athletic.
it.
Or just a cheater.
Or just a cheater, yeah. And then we get down to the real problem.
So, Synergy asks Jericho to listen to something for
Jericho,
her.
who's sitting on the couch watching them do all the work.
Yep.
Mind. So she said she was going to do nothing.
Good for her.
Something to help them, yeah.
Yeah.
I love this art from Sophie. This just looks so great. This doesn't this dark Synergy design stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
I
man.
love the side by side of her and Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. Yeah, oh god, that's side by because Synergy is essentially corrupted. She's a corrupted program at this point. She's got.
Why don't you listen to something for me, and then she mind swaps her.
Yeah, she mind melds her or something.
Mind melds her.
All I can think of is with looking at Synergy like this, I'm thinking of friggin' Mal, Dr. Blight's computer from Captain Planet.
I have no idea. I haven't watched Captain Planet since I was 8.
Yeah, the back and forth, the split screen between the two of them, where Synergy says, "Jerica, no, it's okay." Oh my god, that's just. This arc's gonna get really creepy, folks, and that's just one creepy image right there. Notice the earrings changed
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
from pink to black.
They're black.
Yep.
Yeah. Right off the top, they're black. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Play me some more." I have turned into your personal zombie.
Yep. We go back
Not
to
in a bad way, obviously.
No, she's not gonna eat anybody's brains, thank God. Go back to the Misfits and the auditions, and it's just agony. For them.
It's agony. I love the fact that Roxy's just like, oh,
I know.
Bagels.
I do that at work. I do that all the time at work. Like,
And then they are sustenance from
Blaze.
none other than Blaze. No, not Blaze. It was
It was Clash.
Clash.
That's right. Clash.
And Stormer's like, "Hey, you texted her? Why did you do that? She's gonna tell Pizzazz." And she's like,
she
"Oh,
gets her bagels.
We always text her when we need coffee.
Yeah, I'll keep her secret if you let me audition. There's always a reason, right?
Yeah.
Get that manipulation in there, yeah.
So we go back to the pool party.
Ding dong, bell ring.
And apparently that's Kimber's job is to answer the door.
Yeah.
And
Shayna
she
did the
doesn't even
food and
want
the
that
drinks. Yeah.
I mean, what
Shayna
an
did the
easy job. She's Kimber's. She always gets off easy.
Yep. She does. What a ripoff. What's that? Nothing.
And they invite the dude for Shayna.
For Shayna. No, you didn't. I did. Not after last time. Oh, God, please no. Aja, Shayna, listen, I know for a fact you like this one.
The cute bartender. Woohoo!
Cute bartender Tony person. I just love these two. Like, from when they first met each other, what was it in the holiday special or the Valentine's special?
Yeah,
I
one of
forget.
those,
It's
yeah.
one of the specials. When we first got introduced to Tony, and it's supposed to be a version of Anthony Julian, the original Anthony. So, I just absolutely love him and Shayna. I think that's great. Like,
They're very cute.
yeah,
together.
I love. It's one thing, and we've said this before. Is one thing I love about this comic is it's not just about the Jericho-Rio relationship. It's about because they all have relationships.
They all have relationships.
Well, now they do because
Yeah.
there was
Well, at first.
Yeah. So
Kimber goes for Stormer.
and then Aja and Craig, and now you got Shayna and Tony.
Tony.
You're both extremely welcome.
Of course.
Uh,
Aja loves playing matchmaker.
yeah.
And then Craig shows up, and things get wild and fun.
Yep.
They threw each other into the pool. You're
Mhm.
dead.
Yeah.
I love that look that she has in the pool.
That was brilliant.
And then
You're so dead.
And then the panel after that, look what I made. You're a powerful but benevolent god.
He knows how to sway the girl.
Yep.
And then, of course, Chubs.
I love
Yeah.
those two. I think they're so cute together.
Yeah,
They are perfect for one another.
What Kelly does with writing all the characters, the way she writes them, and the way the scenes split up, is it allows her to focus on each one and give us many moments of each couple without. Let's face it, Gem and the Holograms has really been a soap opera for 30 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, so I
Absolutely.
mean, the way that Kelly is writing it, the way the art is, the way that it's spaced out is that it, you know, you don't have a moment where you have every single you do have moments where every single character is in a shot, but you also have these little mini moments where it's focused on like one scene of those two characters, and I just absolutely love that. I just think that's so great. So this is where we find out that wait, is it? Oh, okay. It is Rio. So Rio's at the party, which I just didn't really expect him to be there. With Jerica not even, she doesn't want. She's not even
wasn't
partaking.
planning on being at the party and playing. Well, I mean, I'm guessing that.
Yeah.
She said that yes, we can have a party as long as I don't have to do anything at it.
Right, but I wasn't
my guess
expecting
is,
Rio
like-
to show up though.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're having a party, I'm sure that Kimber, one of the girls, said, "Hey, Rio, we're having a party. Come here and see if you can get Jerica to join us." So she's kind of like, you know, she's doing her own thing, and we put it all together. But like, hey, you know, we want her to relax, so bring her out. You know, if you're here, she'll come join us.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I mean, they didn't say that. I'm just assuming that, you know, that type of stuff.
So we've got Kimber sighing and Rio asking her what's wrong, and she basically says Stormer couldn't come, and because Craig and Aja are in the pool, Craig speaks up, "Oh my God, you're the musician she's dating." Huh? You're dating Stormer? That's all kind of secret. Don't say anything, Kay. Oh, holy crap! You're Stormer's brother.
So you guys been giving Kimber a hard time because she's dating the other person from the band, and Aja, you're dating the brother of the person of the other band. Really?
I love it. I love it. We're
We
dating
can all go on
siblings.
double dates ever now. Oh,
She's like,
God.
oh God, no, please.
We have to break up immediately. And then, so it cuts away.
Yeah, it cuts away.
Okay, so
they leave it hanging like,
yeah, Aja look and
that, and
yeah,
then they look and
and then we cut back to the Misfits, and Clash is just
Clash is terrible.
yeah,
Let's just say that.
Clash is living up to her name.
Yeah, Clash needs her cymbals back because her cymbals sounds better than she does.
And then
I love Eric.
Eric.
And that'll do it, Clash.
the
Come on back in. Which one of you is telling her?
Which one of you is telling her?
I love
Not
the
it.
I love their looks. I love their looks in that panel.
No, all they have to do is come in and you see her, yes! And then she's like, oh, that must have been that bad. Sorry, doesn't work it. Don't take it personal. None of us can do it either.
You know what? I could have had it in this panel. You know, Misfits are supposed to be like the bad guys. But you know what? They actually turned her down pretty well. They're like, you know what? You weren't good, but we've been doing this and we can't do it either. So it's just like, I liked how they comfort her in that way. I'm just like, they're not bad people. I love that panel for that.
Yeah. It just goes to show you that this version, this incarnation of Gem and the Holograms of the franchise, it's not the cartoon. It has various references. It'll have whatever Kelly wants to write into it to homage to the cartoon and stuff like that, but it's not the cartoon. They don't actively say.
Yeah.
They don't actively say that the Starlight Girls are she doesn't even. She just puts them in here.
Yeah.
They don't act. So I'm not under any impression that they're foster daughters to Jericho.
No, I kind of got more of the idea that they were like
after school kids
after
kind of
school,
thing. Yeah.
They're doing this for a favor, or
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
they're having the moment to be able to be kind of
to have the characters, right? Yeah, but
in this, I mean, even the Misfits, like, I'm sure that they'll, because in the Misfits you'd expect them to be like
really cruel about it.
Really cool about it, put her down and all that stuff, but they don't. Like in the show, Clash never could be a misfit, and Pizzazz
basically
laughed at her for it.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's like, well, we can't do it either. It doesn't. I still get the thought, like the way that Clash is standing there, that she doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
And because she's got her hands right there, and I'm like, But I think what I think is more that we see in the next page, it gives us a little bit idea of how Clash is how she reacts when the next.
Talking about homages, they've got Roxy's classic pants. Check out her pants. It's the classic ones from the TV show.
Yeah.
Love it.
Green. Yeah, I love that. That was. Yeah.
I love it. I was so happy with that. But of course, I pay attention to Roxy.
Yes, we know. You stalk her. We get it. Just like when
I like
Amy
Roxy.
stalks
If I could hang out with any of them, I'd hang out with Roxy because she's got the bagels. She's got bagels.
But
so next singer comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Blaze.
Yep.
And of course you see Splash with the what the hell? Yeah. Who told her that this was going on? Clash wanted that spot.
Yeah. But Clash isn't any good though. So she couldn't have the spot.
I know. I'm just saying. There's some jealousy going on. Those eyes should be green.
That's true. But that would probably clash with the rest of her look with the pink hair and the blue eye. all that stuff.
But no, they do a good job making it look like, there's a little, what is she doing here?
Mm-hmm. So we go back to the pool party, and
And Jericho comes in with the most awesome swimsuit ever.
a shark swimsuit.
I love it.
She's rocking that, man.
It's basically
nice.
a Jaws swimsuit, people, with the teeth open to the left side of her body.
It's very brilliant.
Wow.
I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. I love Asha. What the hell?
It happens.
It's so not what you expect from Jericho, and they do tell her, "Are you okay?" It was absolutely fine, Shayna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what did you do to your hair? Why is it? Wow, it's her blonde hair is half blonde, half black.
Yeah.
I just love this look. I love that look. It's awesome.
Yeah, the Dark Gem look is pretty awesome. I'm gonna say this right now. I want Kelly somehow to be able to work in some way into the story a one shot or some sort of weird special where it's just Rio and Craig, because wow, your girlfriend is one for the dramatic, huh? Not really, no. Like, I really want to see these guys on like some buddy cop adventure or something. Like, seriously.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the girls follow Jericho into the house, and then she lets them listen to Synergy's music, and it affects them all.
To be continued.
Creepiness.
Yeah. All right, so this is Dark Gem Part 1. What did we think of Part 1, ladies? Nicole, you can go first.
I think it was a really good setup, and there's a lot of moments that I really liked. I like that the Starlight Girls are there. I really enjoyed that part. And I love the look. When you first see Jericho comes out in her shark suit and her new look, I absolutely love it. I think it's gorgeous. It's a good start to set up what's going on. I mean, this is one of the. This is a book where you could just jump on, even not knowing the rest of the story. I think, and you would have no problem catching on. And I like that. That's really good storytelling. Like, you're not totally confused of what else is going on. I mean, you know that they're sisters, they're in a band, and so I like that.
Yep. What about you? What'd you think of issue 11?
I like the fact that they're doing something that I didn't expect that would be in the comic. I know they said Dark Gem, and I thought, oh, okay. And they have been building to this, so I thought it was a pretty good payoff, though, because it was like, that makes sense. That works for me. I like the fact that they're having something like that happen to them.
Yeah.
And I like I like what they're doing as we continue with the story.
Yeah, because they've alluded to it in the first two arcs. They've, when Tech Rat was trying to get in there to see what the computer was, and then he reveals to Eric that, something's wrong with it and stuff like that. And, yeah. And, they've been building up to this, and this is something that we haven't had ever. This is a whole new direction, whole new storyline, and I think it's going to be really, really epic to actually be able to go back and read this entire arc for, in trade or whatever, because it's one of those things where you don't expect it, but
it also feels very reminiscent of that. Wouldn't this have been a story in the show?
Yes, it would.
So it works for me.
It works
really
so well. It really, really does. All right, so we get to part 2, which is issue number 12, and we've got, how many covers we got for that one? 3,
2.
7, 2.
2.
Oh yeah, it's only
the
2.
one with it's either one with Blaze by Sophie Campbell or the subscription cover by Jen Bartel.
Yeah. I gotta say, Bartel's knocking out of the park with the sub covers.
Yeah, that was really slick.
Yeah.
I actually prefer Sophie's cover over this one. I think both of them are gorgeous, but I just love the contrast of Blaze's hair and the look that she has. And I think she looks amazing. And the kind of like the almost like the 3D effect of her pointing at you. I love it. I love it.
That was cool. So my kids, I had this up on my computer screen, and my son walks past, and he is a brony, and he looked at this and said, "Oh, it's Sunset Shimmer."
That's true. That's so true.
And so I said, "Well, not quite, but I see what you're getting at. It kind of does have a reminiscent look of that, but yeah, this character's name is Blake Steve," and he's like, "Oh, but it looks like Sunset Shimmer." I was like,
It does.
"I know, it totally does, doesn't it?" Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
So that's why I'm going to pick that one.
Because your son said it looked like a pony.
It kind of does. It's like, not that I'm, it's not trying to be it, but yeah, it works for me.
So we get the previously page, which basically catches anybody up that hasn't already figured it out. Yeah. So we get into this, and we start with let's just call them the Starlight Girls.
Starlight Girls.
Might as well.
There you go. They're doing the same. They're
still arguing.
Mentored, yeah.
Yeah, they're still arguing. And they all go silent because the holograms walk in.
With Gem.
Wow.
And they're in their complete new look.
Yeah.
It's so goth.
Yeah.
It's very goth.
It's like Rover Girls. Oh my god. Yeah. Shayna's look kind of reminds me a little bit of Morticia.
Yeah, it does.
There's nothing wrong with that. Morticia's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
modern Morticia look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
I like how they do each of the girls in their colors.
Yeah.
It's very, very tasteful.
Yeah.
And edgy, and it just works for me.
Yeah, absolutely. The dress that Aja's wearing kind of reminds me of the Spectre logo, the shattering of the glass on the Spectre logo.
She absolutely threw something at that to make it shatter like that.
I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did.
So they're going to play a little bit of stuff for the girls.
Yeah.
We don't actually get to see what they look like after they're done.
I know.
Interesting. It's like...
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to really see.
Yeah, it's showtime.
Because Ashley already had a very punky look to her,
Well, yeah, but at least she had bright colors with the orange, the yellow shirt or whatever else. So we get It's Showtime, and then we get the debut of Ms. Bailey, who thankfully is not there.
Wasn't she in the first issue?
Was Miss Bailey in the first issue?
Yeah, I think so.
It's been so long, so I'm sorry if I misspoke.
I think we've seen her.
Okay. So she's asking them, "Is everything all right?" And they're saying, "Never better."
Never better.
They changed again. They're not black. They're shattered blue.
Oh, no, because she's
Gem.
They're
They're
blue.
blue.
They're blue. Yeah.
And so now they're like this shattered look.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so cool. How does Aja see?
Very carefully.
She reminds me of a wrestler.
Emo hair. Yeah.
No, she looks like an old 80s wrestler. I can't remember. She almost kind of looks like Bret Hart. A little bit.
I was gonna say the Warrior, but yeah,
Ultimate Warrior?
Bret worked to the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that because I loved wrestling at that time.
And Miss Bailey's asking them about the music lesson, and Shayna's like, "We've taught them all we can." Cameron's like, "Yeah, school's out for the summer or whatever."
Whatever.
So we get to Blaze's audition, and this is probably the only time in the series that you say that Jetta's hair almost looks similar to her cartoon counterpart.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Except that it's more...
Poofy,
yeah.
So Blaze basically kills the audition
she rocks it.
Yeah.
It's
She
like
nailed
it
it,
was
yeah.
meant for her.
Mm-hmm.
And the girls are like playing with her, so that's the part where it's like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
It's really cool that I really liked that.
Yeah. And
They're like, you got the gig. She's like, really? I did. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
See, I didn't know where they were going with, you know, her leaving the audition like that. I was like, what's going on? This is like her dream come true, you know. And so it was. What happens to her is really awesome.
Yeah,
really
this
enjoyed
is
it.
the epic part of this whole thing.
I just
Yes.
like the next part. I just love how Clash goes to confront her, and she's very consoling. I'm just hoping she's not setting her up. You know?
Yeah, I love these two together. It's absolutely awesome. And, you know, she actually does open up to her about getting the gig and all that. And
She's really concerned about something specific. Because she's like, hey, I've always wanted this, and I got this great opportunity, and now I'm deathly afraid of this situation because...
yeah. So
It's kind of like
this
it's like
is-
that "be careful what you wish for" kind of scenario.
Yeah. So she's in tears and she's very upset, and we find out that she's like, well, what's going on? What's wrong? What, you know? She's just listening. She's not really
saying anything.
playing anything or
Yeah.
anything. And she says, well, what's wrong then? This is what all you've ever wanted. So, but she's like, well, I need to tell them then that I'm trans.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I guess you'll have to tell them then. I was like, no, I can't, because I'm worried that if I do, that they won't want me on the band now. So
And
that's a little bit of a
thankfully,
dilemma.
yeah. And
this
well,
is her
and-
coming out story, is kind
Yeah.
of basically,
Yeah.
it, which is wow.
And then
Pulled at
thankfully,
my heartstrings. I was like, oh, no.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Thankfully, this version of the Misfits is not as cruel as the original animated version of the Misfits, because they are more.
They never dealt with that on the show. I mean, it's
Well,
completely
obviously
different world
not.
at this point,
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, and we've seen this. We've gone 2.5 years reviewing that show, saying that almost any little thing, like whether Stormer has a brother or whether all that stuff, any of that stuff that came up, Pizzazz was always like, "It's my way or the highway."
Yeah.
And,
But
it
you
wouldn't have
also
mattered.
got to remember. You got to remember, Pizzazz is in pretty much the issues right now, so we don't know what her
Right.
her
No,
reaction would be.
I know that, but what I'm saying is, like, this whole transgender thing,
Mhm.
this version of the Misfits, sans Pizzazz, this version of Stormer, Roxy, Jetta, they're more open
Accepting.
and more accepting than pretty much the original animated counterparts would be, except for Stormer, because she was accepting of everybody. But
Yeah.
Roxy and Jetta, the old series, you watched it. We spent 2 years reviewing it. You know what I'm talking about. This is the second, I'll say this now, this is the second book, the second comic since I've been reading comics that they've brought in a transgendered person. Gail Simone did it in DC Comics and Batgirl.
Fantastic.
Which is really, really interesting. And it just goes to show you with this comic how, I don't think liberal is the right word, but how open
Accepting
and honest
and-
and accepting
yeah.
that this entire series is.
Inclusive.
Yeah, there you go. Inclusive. There we go. Just absolutely awesome.
So she's worried of whether or not they'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
And I think the motive here for Clash is that she's kind of hoping that they won't be okay with it. I mean, she doesn't say anything, but you do get this look afterwards where she's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the gig that she wanted, you know?
Yeah. And
So she convinces her that, hey, if they're not going to be accepting of it, it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And so she is she is being supportive. I question whether or not it's sincere, or if it's like, Well, I wish they'd say no, because then they might say yes to me still, you know, thinking that, you know, she still has this chance or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but see,
maybe I'm reading into that more than I should.
Well, I didn't really think that, because it was one of those things where Clash saw that Blaze was in a real tough spot, and it isn't, like I said, it isn't the Clash from the animated series where she would do anything. I mean,
I was reading into it then, because I thought, well, maybe there's something going on.
No, I don't think so. Because she eventually does get the gig.
Yeah, oh, she does. She goes into the other room and says, hey, I'm this. And, you know, they're like, okay, and? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And basically, Stormer says, it's none of our business. We're here to be the best. You're the best, so you're in the band.
Exactly.
And
of course, it's like, oh my gosh, squeak.
I'd be squeaking too.
So, it's a yes. It's 100 yeses.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jeddah. Clash, we got lots of work to do, so some coffee would be brill. And
so she goes out. Clash goes out to go get what they asked her to go get, some coffee. And then Blaze comes out and gives her a big hug and says, thank you so much, Clash. So
I think that's so cool.
I loved that. That was great. Now, I know that not all coming out stories like that are that easy and perfect, but it was so cool to see that and say, wow, that it's so inclusive. I really, really like that.
Look at who these the three Misfits are. Not Pizzazz, because she's still recuperating, but look at Stormer, Roxy, and Jeddah.
Yeah.
Stormer is a lesbian who's in a relationship with Kimber.
Yeah.
Roxy and Jeddah, to only us and Rio, they're roommates. They're best friends. Yeah. They don't need, when they're by themselves and they're not needing to keep up the Misfits image of being bad girls, all that.
We're bad.
They can have emotional moments. And the comic is really allowing them to do that, which is just so great.
Well, and even Pizzazz is, you can tell that she likes to have things done her way, but yet she's going through this rough patch, and everybody's kind of tiptoeing around her like on eggshells. But I think this is probably the one Pizzazz I've ever seen that seems so vulnerable. You are, and we'll get more into it, I think, as that progresses, but I mean, I'd say it's even further than that. She's going through a really rough patch right now.
Absolutely.
And they want to be respectful of that, but yet they're still a band, and that's the reason why they have Blaze there. But, I think they are honestly worried what's going to happen when Pizzazz finds that out.
So we go back to the holograms, and we have a giant purple limousine with Shayna and her purple bags, and apparently the bag check guy missed one. So Rio shows up and asks her if she's seen Jem, or not, if she's seen Jerica. I'm sorry, not Jem. And she's basically barking orders to these roadies, and one of them says, "What the hell is in here?" "I don't know, but stop dropping it, man."
It's probably synergy.
Yeah, probably is. So they're sticking with the new look, and Rio's kind of iffy on the new look.
Well, that's good. That's a big change for a woman that you're dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go to the nice, clean, punk rock. Not really punk rock, more like pop star look to goth. That's a big change.
Yeah.
Well, in the way that so Jerica comes out and he talks to her and all that. Even how she's talking, it's just kind of like it's really like before they had really great chemistry. And now it's like there's this real
tension,
odd ice tension there. And it's funny because I thought, oh, this will be interesting how they pull it off, and they really pull it off. It feels like even that first panel where he's like, hi, she's like, hey. It just seems so.
He's interested. She is so disinterested because she's almost looking away. Like the way her
body language is such an easy way to say it.
You know, normally
body language was just so. I'm not interested.
The way that Sophie draws it, the way that and Victoria colors it, and the way it's positioned, like he's got his arm around her instead of her leaning into him. She's basically almost like trying to escape him. Yeah.
And it's like, she just does a brilliant job pulling that off. It was like, wow, that was so great. I was like, and it's so simplistic. So it didn't take a whole lot, but like at the same time, I just thought, wow, that reads so well. And I was just really, really happy to see that. Going, wow.
She lost an earring.
Maybe she just. Oh, you're right. She did.
Because at first I thought the earring was the bat on her under her eye by the cheek, but the first panel where the high hay is, she's got the earring on her ear, and then the next panel there's no earring.
Yeah. Oops. I didn't notice that till now. Because in the next panel she's got two.
Yeah. It's just probably an art club.
Yeah, just a little bit. Somebody will listen to this and go, oh crap. We'll fix that for the trade.
So he's asking her about the new sound and the new songs and stuff like that, and she says, I think it's going to blow your mind. Okay, well, looking forward to hearing it. And they basically, Kimber shows up, Jericho relate. You would know, Kimber. I love that line.
Whatever, I'm in the mood before you are.
Yeah.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah.
And even that exchange, it's like they're mind warped or something.
They are.
Yeah,
like
I love it.
The conversation of how they say things. I can almost imagine them kind of blandly saying things like that. Well, yeah, there was a first thing for everything. Like da 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 da. Like they're being scripted and they're purposefully kind of reading it very stoically like this.
Yep.
Which is only adds to the creep factor of what's going on with them.
Is it just me, or does Kimber not have a shaved head anymore? They're
under synergies.
I know, but right, but that's what I'm saying. Like the new look, it's almost like, because if you look at her in the previous panels in the last issue, before they change, she's got the shaved sides. And then her hair comes over and down.
Yeah,
now
that's her.
Because black, so it's like she's
because that is her real look. This is synergy projecting a hologram, so she's going to have a different look. So she's going to have different hair. Yeah.
Okay. So. Last thing I need is to get hair advice again. So we got Rio asking again if everything is all right. Drastic looking change.
At which point Kimber says, "Hey, come on, we're late. Come on." I was like, "All right, shut up, Kimber. I'll see you later, Rio." And then she forgets about Jem, and they have to remind her about her.
Yep. Maybe you get Jem in the car. Oh yeah.
And Jem looks totally badass. Can I say those shoes are the best shoes ever?
Nice.
Spider webs and the spider. I love it.
Yeah, that is such an awesome look. And the thing here is, you go back to the high hay between Rio and Jericho, and he's never actively, like in the beginning, he didn't care for Jem, but by the time we got to issue 10, when we had his story, he was somewhat on Jem's side because he got to know her a little bit better. But now it's like, Jem,
it just seems like,
Rio.
Again, another cold interaction.
It is, yeah.
And
I don't know anybody that can pull off those shoes.
Those shoes are awesome.
Very carefully.
I know a couple of people that probably could pull it off.
Oh my god. So let's see. We go back to the Misfits. We go back to Stormer going to Pizzaz's place.
Yeah. This is very interesting.
Well, because Stormer feels bad. I mean, she always felt bad that she felt like they were going behind Pizzazz's back and doing this.
Yeah.
And Stormer's a good person, so she's going to do the right thing and actually tell Pizzazz herself, And that's one reason why I absolutely love Stormer. She knows what to do.
Yeah.
She might be afraid to do it, but she'll still do it, and I love it.
Well, the moment I guess I was talking about is the fact that she wants to come and tell Pizzazz about everything, and Pizzazz won't let her in. And Pizzazz quite literally is on the other side of the door sitting down.
Just listening. Yeah.
And so it's like she's depressed, which is understandable. She's been through something that it's put her career on a worry track. She's been injured. She's getting better, but like, I'm sure that there's this, I'm being replaced. I know I'm being replaced. I know that they don't mean to be replacing me, but now I'm worried. Is my career over? Yeah. I'm depressed. Yeah, she is.
So we get to the tour stuff, and the two buses go down Ventura, whatever, and they park, and Kimber gets out of one, and Stormer gets out of the other, and I'd say this is more of a heartbreaking moment than an awkward moment.
Yeah, because you could almost see the heart breaking. Like, they didn't do a little heart going, but they should. They could
that would
have.
be cool. That'd be so cool.
Hey, Storm.
But the good thing is they don't have to do anything like really. It's just like she does a double take, like Kimber, hi Storm, or hey Storm, And then they all come out and they're like, "What the hell?
What the bloody hell?" That ought to be a Facebook profile. That ought to be a Facebook cover photo for somebody.
Yeah. They're like, this is weird.
They look super weird, says Roxy.
Then whatever. Let's eat.
This is why I love Roxy, because she's so like me. I'm hungry. I know the world's collapsing and everything's changing, but let's go eat. That'll solve this problem.
But of course, Stormer's not going to let that go. As soon as they get ready and they're ready to go back out on stage, she's going to take a moment to stop Kimber and say, "Hey, I hope you have a good show. I love your hair. Are you all right? Is everything okay?" And then you have the conversation between the two of them where it's like, should it be anything else? And she's like, I thought you were sort of like, back together. Is that how it seemed to you? And she's like, that's not how I remember it.
Yep.
Oh, what?
That was heartbreaking.
That's the part where, like, if they put a heart in there breaking, I would have been like, yeah. My heart just jumped into my stomach. Thank you very much. I thought, oh, that's bad. Did somebody tell Synergy that they were not together? If she really didn't want to be found out about this weird, crazy thing, maybe she should have, still kept these two together. It's like all the relationships are now like real cold. Something's wrong. But that last look with her saying, "Okay."
Yeah,
just like,
the okay look is just like, oh, it's just so heartbreaking.
No, don't do that.
And Rio comes up, "Hey guys, have you seen Jerica at all?" Jesus, Rio, we're not her keepers.
This was weird. This part was. They're like both looking at him with almost the same stare. Like, hey, do you remember that one was the one? There was a horror story or whatever with the kids that were all white. And looking at
no, it was. What is it?
Now we got her started. Now she's not going to be able to figure it out.
No, it's driving me nuts too. Oh.
Children of the Damned or Town of the Damned or something.
Children of the Damned, yeah.
Okay, so everybody all washed out white, and the kids are like, they all have the same on their face. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, oh my gosh, these guys are so brain caboozled or whatever. So yeah, they get kind of irritated with him, like, go away, we're not her keeper, blah 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 blah. And yeah, this part was really interesting too, where it was like, any last chance anyone want out? No way, this is gonna change everything. everyone. Hell yeah! I was like something's up with that, because like, do they even have a choice? Is there a choice
It's
involved in that?
It's kind of like they're in a hive mind, almost.
Yeah, it was really, really creepy.
Mm-hmm. And the panel with the four of them in silhouette with the red and the it's just so
they
good.
go on stage and they play their music.
Yep.
And
It
back
pretty much
in the rest of the
place. Yeah.
The Misfits and Rio are waiting for their chance on stage, and they're hearing nothing. So they're not affected by it at all.
Should we like go out there and watch them? And they're all like, no way. Not even Rio is like, no way.
No way. In the meantime, the whole rest of the audience is being programmed just like they were.
Yep.
I just love that Stormer has chopsticks in here that make her look like she's got devil horns. But
Cool.
This ends with a bunch of blank word balloons because the audience doesn't know what the hell is going on.
They've just been bamboozled like the rest of them.
Yep.
Awesome sauce.
What do we think of the part 2 of 6 for this?
Wicked and creepy.
Nicole?
I actually like this better than the first one because of the emotion of Blaze. That story arc, because I want at least be hanging because I want to know Clash's agenda. Did she need to do that on purpose, or was she trying to sabotage Blaze, or was she actually being her friend? And the whole coming out story, and then the rest of the Misfits being cool with it, that was awesome. The gem look was great, and like everyone just being totally confused and not wanting any part of Gem and the Holograms. I love it because here's this band that everyone wanted to be around, and now the people that aren't like zombified, they want nothing to do with them. So much goodness in this one.
I love this one. It's progressing the story well. It's setting up new story elements that we hadn't seen before. And because this is a 6-issue story arc, I wasn't I almost expected the Dark Gem, the Silica reveal, all that stuff to kind of come a little faster.
They haven't told us that it's her name yet.
Well, we kind of already knew from solicits and everything else.
I know, but we should wait till the very end to kind of say her name is Silica.
I know, but we've been holding on to this information for almost a year now.
I know. It's
Come on
fine,
now.
It's fine. I like to tease people.
Yes,
too.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like Kelly is taking her time, and the artists are taking their time and
Well, of course, they're
building
playing the long
story.
game.
Yeah, exactly.
They're playing the long game.
Exactly. It's like a long con. So the final issue for part 1 of here inside the pullback for Dark Gem is issue 13. The main cover is Pizzazz and her cat.
It's so cute. I love it.
There are 3 covers.
There are 3 covers this time?
There are 3 covers.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because you were talking about the other one earlier. Yeah.
So there's one by Jen, and then there's one by Victoria Robideau.
Yep.
And I like that one. That's my pick.
The Stormer Kimber
It's so
cover.
Cute. I love it.
Apparently no one
It
gave them the
lies,
memo.
though, because you're worried about whether or not they're together in this movie.
I think for me, it's got to be the Pizzazz cover.
Yeah, that's a good cover, too.
No, not that one. Yeah.
Oh, the one with the TVs behind them.
Yeah.
Nice. I love her shoes.
Yeah. What about you, Nicole?
I picked up the subcover because
Yep.
I think I love it too. I just like because it's got Rhea on there. At least I think it's Rhea, and I hope it's Rhea. But I like that she's being haunted by these other singers when she herself can't sing. There's just something about that, and I love it. So
Absolutely awesome. All right, so we open this one up with really the 4 Misfits there, basically getting ready to go out on stage. And it's Blaze that says to herself, "Don't mess up."
Yeah.
Don't break a leg.
Yeah. I mean, you want to break a leg.
So we get Blaze.
And she rocks it. I mean, she
does.
just hits it good. Yeah. Like, everything that they show about her is just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something not quite right.
With the crowd, yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the band or the music.
No.
It's the crowd. The crowd is like these zombies. They're like,
yep.
Brains.
All I can think of was Wreck-It Ralph. Me zombie, me bad guy. So we get the zombie crowd and all that, and we see Gem and the Holograms walking off, and Craig. When did Craig
get the rest of the holograms? They start noticing that something's not quite right.
When did Craig get an Aja shirt?
I would be surprised if Aja made that and made him wear it before she went crazy.
Wearing it, and then she just kind of blows him off.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like I said, who told Synergy that these guys don't have a relationship or something? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Aja wants them to herself, so you can't have love life get in the way.
And we still have Blaze singing as this scene is going through.
Yeah.
And I just absolutely love the exchange between Rio and Kimber. You again, charming. I suppose you want to come in. Well, I won't dare ask you if you've seen Jerica again. I just love that.
Yeah, because the last time he asked, they like, oh, we're not.
Yeah, they bit his head off. Yeah. You can go in if you want. Just Jim in there. So he does go in.
Okay, let's play it cool. Maybe Jim will kind of give me a little heads up. Yeah. What's going on? So we're talking.
And this is the moment where she finally gets to snap out because they're sitting there talking, and he basically asks her, "Have I offended you in some way?" And she's kind of distracted by it, and no, not really. And then he goes into this whole thing, the fact that he can't find Jerica anywhere.
He wants to know what he's done to hurt her because he's been trying to call her and she hasn't called back.
Yep.
So. And now we're on tour and can't find her anywhere. And, every single time I look for her, I find you.
Yep. And he basically goes on to say, I have, no idea what's even going on. Next thing you know, she kisses him.
Well, it's more than that. Just is that really so bad that you can't find her?
Yeah.
He's like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Of course, of course it's bad. I want to talk to my freaking girlfriend. Yeah. I have no idea what's going on. And then
bam.
She kisses him. It's just like, it's so, it was not a bad thing, but it was like, for him, he has no freaking idea what's going on. And she's just like, just like really strange. For him, looking at it from his point of view, is like, what the hell is going on here?
He looks like a really, really shocked Ash Ketchum after Pikachu didn't win a Pokemon match.
or when Marty McFly gets kissed by
his mom.
Oh, yeah, you nailed it.
Kiss my brother.
What the hell are you doing? How dare you do that? Jerica is your friend, and I barely know you. What are you thinking? I don't know.
I don't know.
Damn it.
And then he goes, no, that's not a damn it. Look how he's small. He walks out of there freaking angry and says, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Well, that was
that's
mistake.
A big one.
Yeah. Wait. What's happening? What's happening to me? Something is wrong. And
she has a moment too.
We get this breakdown where
there's a scream.
Yeah.
That's a primal scream. You didn't even have to. I love the fact that they don't even have to put any
lines,
words or anything into that. You just know that's exactly what's going on, man. That was brilliant.
Reminds me of the line from the Cars song. from Drive.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, British version of Drive is just so awesome. Anyway, so we get the Jerica scream. She goes running off, and we see a breakdown of the dark synergy stuff, and she breaks out. And
You know what it kind of reminds me of? You remember in Poltergeist?
mm-hmm.
When you have the older sister that comes back at the very, very end, she's like, "What's happening? What's happening?" That's what it reminds me of right there. It's like,
Yep. Nicole, thoughts of the breakdown?
I love it. I think the thing is I think now this is just me trying to cause drama. I think Rio's like saying, "Damn it," because maybe he has feelings for her now. Ooh.
that could be it. I definitely think
he's
that was
probably
the
just like,
point of
"Oh, damn it! Now I've got it." Yeah.
So this goes back to my age-old question: is he ever going to actually know? Because do you think? No, okay, but seriously, she kissed him, and as we've all said, Jem is essentially just a hologram. That's really Jerica under there. You'd think that he would know. He's kissed Jerica before. You'd think he'd know.
Well, I think there's also that idea too, is that right now, of course, he does not know. So it's two different women are in his life, you know, and he doesn't realize because he hasn't gotten to that point yet. I think it'll be interesting to see how Kelly plays it, and I would be fine if he doesn't know for a little while, maybe as a consequence of this situation. It wasn't really Jerica kind of wasn't in control of herself.
Yeah.
She's, and you see this very clearly here when they talk about, where she explains how it was that she was able to break free by having this traumatic moment, because she didn't really want to be Jem kissing, Rio.
Kissing Rio,
and so she's having this moment, and we come back. I kind of get from what I've heard, or from what I've, when we interviewed her and stuff like that, Kelly does come across as somebody that absolutely has a plan that probably will be a consequence in here at some point. And it would make sense because that's what's happened. It's what's set up. Mm-hmm. And they'll have to deal with those consequences.
I'm just wondering if Rio ever finds out the secret, if they ever let him in on it, what kind of stories could they tell with him knowing? That's to me now with Dark Gem and this whole thing of him not knowing and this pulling Jerica out of her because Jem kissed him, it's adding this whole new dynamic.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the panel where she says, "Make it stop what's happening," Sophie, that art.
That was good.
I just want to know how. See, now this whole next page, I want to know how many people saw her change from
back to
Jerica. So that could be a consequence as well.
Mm-hmm. And we have this whole robotic kind of thing as that After Effect goes through, but that scene with I quite literally flashed to Face Off. I'm like, oh my god, they pulled a Face Off in a Gem comic.
Actually, I kind of think it's like she's running so fast that I don't think people are paying attention, and they just see a person running really quickly.
Yeah.
That I don't even think they really realize what's going on.
Yeah,
they just see a person running really fast.
Yeah,
it's
they're
looking,
but they're not.
But I think I want someone else to find out, just because in today's age with all the technology and stuff, someone's got video of this going on. I'd like to think.
When was the last time somebody running through the crowd like that you decided, oh, I got to take a picture of this because it might mean something,
Yep.
Well, if anyone's acting erratically, you might want to take video. I mean, you see it like when cops go crazy lately. That's the new thing. You know, people are always videotaping people going crazy. They don't want to get involved besides videotaping. So we shall see. I would.
Yeah, she ends up in a dark alley, and I don't know, this whole giant scene of
she looks like a Barbie
the darkness. It's pulling her in three different. She has three eyes. It's amazing art, but it's just wow, it's just crazy. So we go to Pizzazz's house, and she gets a text message from Clash saying, just thought you'd want to see this, and she hits play, and she sees Blaze's performance. And she admits it. They sound great.
Like I said, she looks depressed to me.
Yep.
Yeah, she is not doing well.
Yep. And we end on Jericho waking up out of this dark stuff. And what have I done? What have we done? Oh God, Kimber, Aja, and Shayna.
She passed out in the hall. She passed out in the dark alley. It's a good thing nobody came along. You know?
Yeah.
But we're gonna fix things, man, because she's got a plan. She goes back to Rio.
Yeah.
I liked that kiss.
Yeah. And of course, and this was something I was not expecting, because you don't really see if it's a double-bedded hotel room. Like, I think they did that on purpose, but you get a cough a him, and it's Craig. You want me to give you guys a minute here? I forgot he was here.
Well, that's easy because, you know, when you get kissed like that, like, oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. 5 very confusing minutes later. What is... Oh, Bellamorte. Okay, I wasn't sure what the tattoo on his... I wasn't sure what the tattoo on his chest was. And so we
don't see the explanation,
right?
But we can imagine what it is that she just said. That they're like, "Huh? What?
We're in."
I was like, "Yeah, of course we're in, because guess what? We don't want like you guys to be this way anymore. Of course we are fully invested in making sure that that doesn't happen."
So when do we do this? Now.
Do it now. So they're gonna.
I love the ninja outfits. They look like a bunch of burglars.
And the earrings are back now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not.
They're not black. They're pink again. Remember, your music needs to be on, loud, and constant. You can't let them sing to you. Mm-hmm. So they.
They're the pod people.
The pod people. Yeah.
Don't screw them.
Yeah.
They're the pod people. They're going nab.
I can't believe we're kidnapping your sisters again.
What's wrong with the last time? I don't know.
I feel like we need to look at some life choices that are leading us this way.
Like
you're not wrong. Headphones on. Watch out for Aja's right hook. It'll flatten you. Good to know.
I love that. That's so cute.
Yeah. So we got Blaze singing again, and they then tackle all of the holograms individually, and basically they bring them out of it, pretty much. Anyone want to trade?
Roxy's earrings are pizza.
Pizza, I love it. I know.
Need to find those for her now.
Yeah, we totally should.
We need to find Nicole pizza earrings, folks.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm so for pizza earrings.
So, next time we kidnap your sisters, we draw straws on who gets Aja.
Yeah,
I know.
she bites, man.
She's a fighter. I love Aja.
Oh, what happened? Was it me? No, we sounded great. It's the crowd. Something was wrong with the crowd, which is the same thing that was said earlier. It's almost line for line.
But they don't know. And of course, I feel sorry for Blaze. Because her bandmates think that she's doing a great job, but for some reason, you know, the crowd doesn't like. So they're probably questioning, well, are we wrong, or what's going on? I just feel like Blaze's career is going to be very short-lived.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I know everybody liked it, but like the crowd didn't react to it, and did we do something wrong? It's like, that must make somebody like new like her to be on the stage.
Oh yeah. I mean, she's already.
It's going through. Like, oh my gosh, I know I.
She's
did a
already
good
nervous
job,
as it is
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. So.
Absolutely. So they've got the sisters tied up again, and Aja's. Well, they're all about tied up the same, but Aja is upside down. That's why I thought she was tied up more than the rest. Cause
She is. Look at her.
She
She's like
needs
covered
to be.
in tape.
Yeah, she needs to be. Yeah, you're right. You'll thank me in a few hours.
I'm
6
surprised she can't just chew through her restraints. Even though they got her mouth covered, I'm surprised she's still not chewing through her restraints.
6 hours later, I can't believe this.
Kimber's like, I feel awful.
How did you break free, Jerica? Something traumatic happened. It was so upsetting that I think it overrode whatever that had a hold of us, jolted me free. What happened? I kissed Rio when I was Gem. Oh
my gosh. What did he do? Whoa. Well, he pushed me away and yelled at me.
Thank God. Good man. Whoa.
Yeah. And then Kimber realizes, oh no, I was awful to Stormer, so cold. What's she going to think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've been spreading it. Oh my God. We
Look what
played
you guys started.
Yeah, affected all those people with whatever we had. And the Starlight Girls too. What have we done?
Well, hope that'll wear off like it did with us. What if it does?
Oh, see, there you go. They called them the Starlight Girls.
Starlight Girls. Yeah, but I just don't think that like Amy said earlier, I think it's more of a mentor-mentee thing versus foster girls, foster parents thing.
Yeah.
That's the only big deal that I was trying to say. I think we have to disconnect synergy.
Let's see what's that going to do to Gem then. She won't. If they disconnect synergy, then there's no Gem. So does that mean that Rio's going to find out that way?
And then we get to the final page, and wow.
These are pretty interesting. It's like basically.
Oh my gosh, she looks
amazing.
amazing.
Herself. It's like they have been gone too long. We will have to re-expose them when they return.
It's like she's she's Borg.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
She's talking like again a hive mind.
Yeah.
It's very hive mind.
And like there's like two versions of her. One that's like dark, and the other one that's regular. And she's like, "No, don't do that." Mm-hmm. And then stop saying that. You cannot stop me. You never could. Yep. So again, like we said, we've alluded to this new entity called Silica.
Yep.
So we shall see.
Yep.
Tom Silica? No, joking.
Tom Silica. Oh, God. Where's a rim shot app when you really need it? Oh, boy. So, yeah, that's Dark Gem Part 1, folks. For us here in the pull bag, these 3 issues were pretty awesome.
Though they were a really good story arc. I hope the remainder of the story is as good as what we just had. So. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. It was
excellent.
Pretty awesome. So I have no idea what's going to be coming up here inside the pull bag. No clue. I just know I've got this episode. Last time we released the He-Man the Eternity War issues 3 and 4, and after that I have no clue what's coming up because for us with Gem, we have to wait until the next 3 issues come out. So. Sorry, it's just easier this way to do it in story arc than it is to find time for the 3 of us to get together once a month.
The next issue might be like, well, I think the next 3 will come out over the next.
Well, this is April,
May.
right? April, May, and June.
May,
so
June.
Sometime the end of June.
Early July.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool.
I may put it up as a 4th of July episode.
There you go.
All right, where can the people find you online, Amy?
You can find me on Twitter at LadyWreck.
Nicole?
Just Google BeatlesDiva, that's me.
Yeah, Beatles like the band, not the bug.
I forgot about that.
See?
slow in my old age.
Yes.
I am
yes.
rusty. It's been a while.
That's right. All right. I'm, of course, at TFG1Mike on Twitter. You can follow at The Pullbag on Twitter. Also find us on Facebook. You can also follow at Geekcast Radio. Make your great escape into comics, and we will catch you next time.
Aloha.
Pasta.
Hasta la pasta?
Hasta la pasta.
She's really going with that? Okay.
Why not?
Pasta's good.
Well, it's
Pasta's
better
good.
than us sitting here and trolling you and you saying, I hate you.
Well, that generally has happened every episode the last 2 years.
Wah,
Wah, wah, wah.
You've just heard the latest episode of The Pullbag, the GCRN's comic review and discussion podcast. There are several ways to get in touch with us and leave feedback for the show. You can visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on the episode and all of our different podcasts. You can rate our show on iTunes. Be sure to leave us feedback. Call the voicemail line, 502-526-5821. Please remember to tell us the show you are leaving the message for, and your name. Become a fan of us on Facebook by searching Geekcast Radio Network. Send us an email feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Geekcast Radio. So until next time, make your great escape into comics and unleash the geek in you.